Welcome back to the next episode of Meet the Pros. Today we're meeting again with Sid Levy, founder of Vantage Mortgages here in Montreal, and he's going to talk to us today about the interest rate hike, or actually the interest rate hike that didn't happen today that we were all expecting, and essentially kind of let us know what that means for the market now and how we can project what's going to happen into the spring. So Sid, thanks for joining us today. What's going on with this interest rate?
Hey, Paul, how are you? Thanks for having me once again. Well, I mean, nothing happened with the interest rate. The short of it is nothing happened. There was a lot of forecasts going on from different economists, from different banks saying that the interest rates were going to go up starting yesterday. And essentially it didn't happen, which is kind of what we really expected it not to happen, because they were talking about them going up in March, which is when they meet for the March session. It's very important to kind of differentiate the difference between the fixed and the variable mortgages. Is that when the Bank of Canada meets to increase its interest rates, we're talking about the variable side, and we're not talking about the fixed rate. The fixed rates are going up on their own or down based on the bond market. They've kind of come back to the pre-pandemic levels right now, because the bond rates have actually gone back to the pre-pandemic levels as well. So if you were to go back 2 years ago and you were buying your property 2 years ago, you'd be getting about the same fixed rate as you are getting today. It seems like it's gone up a lot because we had a really good summer last year where the rates were as low as they've ever been. And they bottomed out, but they're back to kind of where they were, whereas the variable rates still haven't climbed up. So the big question, do we do the fixed? Do we do the variable? A variable rates going up, am I going to get into a whirlwind of rates that are going to continue to climb, and then I'm going to end up spending 10% on my mortgage? Probably not. What's going to end up happening is the rates will go up. But you have to understand that when you're talking about rates going up, our starting point isn't the fixed rate right now. It's not going up from the fixed rate. Okay, our fixed rates, could be hovering around 279, 289, 269, depending on which bank you go to. But the variable rates, you can get them as low as 1.25. So if you're increasing the variable rates, and the Bank of Canada is going to increase 3 times over the next several months, or to finish off 2022, they're going to increase it probably at 1/4 at a time. So your prime rate is sitting at 245 right now, but the banks are giving you a discount to prime to get to that 125. So if the prime rate goes up by 1/4 point, and your mortgage was at 1.25, now you're at 150. And then they go up again, you're gonna be at 175. Then they go up again, you're gonna be at 2%. So even if they raise the interest rates on the variable side, and the year ends up and it rolls out, you're gonna be at, let's say, 2%, which is still lower than the fixed rate if you were to take it right now. So will the variable rate ever surpass the fixed rates? There's a chance that it might do that, because they do want to try to curtail the inflation. But in the meantime, you're saving a lot of money, and you're going to save money over the next 12 to 24 months before it even gets to that. And worst case scenario, you could always lock in your mortgage if you were in a variable into a fixed. Variable is the way to go, in my opinion, for the next little while.
Thanks, Sid. That's some great information. I really do appreciate you sharing that with us. Knowing that the variable rate will continue to increase slowly and not up to the pace in which it will catch up to the 5-year fixed, shows that the variable rate, even over the next year or two, will still keep you getting savings over that time. So that's some great advice, and thanks for sharing that with us.
I appreciate it, Paul. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. And of course, I'll be attaching all your information to this video. So if anybody wants to get in touch with you, lock in a rate, or refinance their property, of course, they can get in touch with you, and I'm sure you'll be happy to help.
As always, thank you, Paul.
Thank you.